Look at the little camper.
Okay, so just so everyone knows, we just trail ride. So this is not a video for people who like to go mud bogging and jumping ramps and things like that. We want to kind of focus on people that are interested in getting into the sport. Um, you can do it with any type of machine. I mean, we don't have the world's most expensive machine, and we do not by any means have any big time experience. So on this day, part three. So here's the actual entrance trail. This is the trail that gets you up out of the campground.
From Ride Royal Blue up into Sunquist.
Yeah. So this just got worse and worse every single day. The ruts got bad. Obviously, the camera doesn't do any justice. Um,
It rained so much. The day before this, it rained too. But it had rained, what, 3 weeks prior? Like constantly?
yeah, every day.
And Kentucky was underwater while we were here. It was like record rains for the area.
So this is only our second trip
Yep.
out. Third day being here, and you're gonna notice by looking at the timestamp that this day was shorter than the other days, because this actually part three uh, is short, and because of some circumstances that we went through. We did have a hard time. This was the first time that we've ever gotten stuck by ourselves, had to figure out how to get out. Um, Never used a winch before. There was a lot of firsts that actually happened on this day. Um, but it was good. It was good to get out there. Like I said, this video is for people to see what it's all about, just trail riding. So, like, subscribe, give us some comments, give us some input of what you think that we should have done differently in any of these videos would be really, really appreciated.
Our goal this day was to get to the top of the world. So we're on Trail 19, trying to get up and around.
So just so you know, we are on, this is a stock CF Moto 950 Sport.
Yep.
We are on 14-inch wheels, 27-inch tires.
We did add a windshield. This is our first trip with a windshield.
Yep. So we are completely stock when it comes to ride height, shocks, tires, you name it. It is stock other than the windshield that you see here.
Oh, here it is.
Okay, so this is where we actually really messed up. Messed up on the approach, went way too slow.
Watch the trees.
Now that we think about it, um, this was something that we're beginners. So this was a learning thing, which
We got little tires, not much ground clearance. So key fob and the trees show you how crooked we are.
okay. So I'm going to pause this right here, um, so you can see.
To keep up.
So you have, I don't know if you can see the cursor, but you can see the keychain right here is going off at an angle. And the trees, take a look at the trees. They're not straight up. So let's see. It's going to get a little worse. I like this position a little better.
Winch it?
Might be a good idea.
Shit.
So yeah, so we're just realizing that, almost flip it over. To us, this was something. To me, this is something pretty dramatic, because this machine has under 500 miles on it. We might be at 500 miles at this point. So uh, we don't really want anything to happen to it. Yeah, things are going to happen. But so now here for everybody who's actually watching, I did not use a tree saver because what's going through my head at this time is we are blocking the trail. We cannot see up over the hill to see if people are coming the opposite direction. I know there's going to be people coming behind us. Now, mind you, this is the middle of the week.
It was Monday. It was a Monday.
Was it a Monday? So as you saw in the beginning of this, the campground was not, there wasn't anybody there. There was the neighbor to us.
Right next to us, and that was it, I think.
But the other people that were there over the weekend when we got there, they had already left. They left on Sunday. Um, so basically, I just put the winch cable around a tree, winch us up, um, and I had never even re-spooled the winch. So that was straight out from the factory, first time we've ever used it. So
The really annoying part was a few minutes later after we got up here, another like a razor or something came up behind us, and we were like, "Hey, how was it back there?" And they're like, "What are you talking about?" We're like,
yeah,
"We had to win, so like we were fine. We didn't have any trouble at all."
yeah, they were perfectly fine. Made me feel a little whatever, but so right here, we're gonna come up over here on the side. We're gonna stop. So what we're gonna do is make sure everything's put away. Amy's got the winch remote in her hand. We do have a tree saver in the back. So now we're gonna pull the strap out. We're just pretty much getting our stuff together here. We're not gonna talk about that.
This guys weren't even muddy. You did. So this trail, the whole thing so far has been a green trail. We
Oh
went,
yeah,
we
yeah.
went for
This
the
is
green
easy
trail.
trail.
So, and you can tell it is pretty easy, but we just didn't have the ground clearance for that rut. And it didn't get any better through the week either.
No. It got. It, I would say it got worse. We just
And it continued to rain, and there were people on it, and it just got worse and worse.
yeah. You'll see in one of the other videos for here. I'm not sure if it's part 4 or 5. Um, we actually got stuck again.
Same spot.
Same spot, same place, same.
It's kind of a trail where if you're going anywhere, you kind of got to use it for the most part.
But now here, this is where we just stop. We try to figure out exactly where we are.
It looks like there's
We're
less
discussing things on the map.
than there would be
Trying to find top of the world.
No tablet. We don't have a tablet at this point.
Yeah.
So,
Paper maps.
and you don't need a tablet. I mean, we survived the whole week here without a tablet. We used paper maps. We had a few of them. And right here, yes, we're a little nervous because we just almost rolled over. So we're being really, really cautious about where we want to go. We still want to get to the top of the world, but we did hear that there was a washout.
Yeah. A guy with this monster side by side said he couldn't do it. There's two ways up, and one of the ways was like really washed out.
So you just want to like take 19 and then
I kind of
come
think
through this way?
and come up that way,
Come around? Oh, you want to go up that way?
if we can. I don't know, let's see what the rest of 19's like, and how we feel.
We're just
The
going by
higher you
map.
get, the less.
We don't know what any of it looks like, what it is. We've never done it before. It's just all going by where the trails go on the map.
So I mean, this is it. This is like not behind the scenes, but this is what happens when you're riding the trails. When you're trying to plan a trip. I mean, some people just get on the trails and they just ride. But what we did was we broke things down. We knew where we wanted to go certain days, so we didn't bog ourselves down. And sometimes things don't work out the way you planned.
But that's usually the fun part.
Right, right. So we're gonna move on and. Okay, so you're gonna notice that I look back now and I think, man, that was like we're being super super cautious with the mud holes, because all when we looked at the forums, when we did all of our research on all of this stuff, all you kept hearing was take care of your belt. Um, Make sure you don't smoke your belt. Stay in low. Make sure the clutch engages. And the whole thing I'm thinking of is we don't have snorkels. I know that the intake for the CV and the air is up high. It's probably, I would say, realistically in this machine, probably almost up to shoulder. Maybe when you're sitting there, probably up to here.
We thought snorkels were for people that like to play in the mud, do crazy stuff. And then we went on this trip and realized, yeah, we probably need to get some snorkels.
Yeah.
Because
So
just getting down the trails, there were water crossings and everything, and they were pretty deep on this trip.
so right here, this part,
Through that water.
Amy is showing me exactly where to go because I can't see. Can't see off my right. And it drops about 2 feet in a 3-foot strip.
Where you want to do?
We gotta go down here, right here.
Okay.
So sometimes you just have to trust the person to be on the same page.
It looks like it's a fucking forever drop.
It's not, it's gradual. But that's the only place it's
Where do
gradual.
Because I mean, theoretically,
Back a little more, and then cut it
it's her
right.
side. So We're gonna flip. We're gonna flip on her. I'm gonna listen to her.
So our pivot. When we
Back
pivot,
up a
we're
little
gonna be
bit.
good.
Back up.
From where I was sitting, it was easy to see, but he just couldn't see it at all from his angle.
Just follow my hand with the front.
Turn this way.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, straighten it out. Okay, go.
Okay, so back to the CV. So I knew the intakes were up high. The exhaust, on the other hand, is under my butt. It's literally right under the seat. So if your butt gets wet, the exhaust for it is right there. Uh, so that was a concern for me. Water getting into there. Um, so we're eventually going to snorkel it just to get it up a little bit higher. But this is why we're being very, very cautious. I guess newbie syndrome. I don't, whatever. I guess. Newbie. And here's where we need to pretty much pick a trail. Okay, so right here is a very sharp left, and this thing moves up. When I say up, I mean it goes up pretty steep.
It's hard to tell on the camera. There it is.
All right, so you can see this rock. Um, it seemed so big at the time. Um, knowing what we know now, maybe we would try.
But here's the problem. This is a narrow trail. We are by ourselves. We got nobody to help us, like, with anything. And there's nowhere to turn around. We ended up.
So I mean, at this point right here, it just feels like you're going to flip over backwards. We tried to go up, came back down. Now, you're going to see right to the left of my hat on the side. I'm not sure if you see this cursor, but right there, I mean, water is just running down. So the rocks are slick. I mean, they're not super slick, but they're slick enough that we're just trying to be careful. So right now, we're going to pretty much say, no, we're not going to take this trail. Do I think we could take it today? I think we could make it. I really do.
There's no way we get up that hill.
Because we're a little bit better on knowing the machine.
photo's a lot of fun though.
Yeah, it's a really really it's a good side by side. I mean, it gets us where we want to go.
There we go.
All right, so off to the right, if you look all the way down, you'll see how it just drops. The trees go all the way down to the bottom. That's where we're gonna stop. Is way down there. So elevation wise, I would probably say realistically probably 100 foot. Uh, it seemed a lot more than that, but I think it was probably about 100 foot.
Yeah, we're from flatland. There's no hills here. We're like what, 20 feet above sea level?
Yeah, we're in Delaware, so. So this is where we're gonna stop and try to figure out where to go now. We're still trying to get top of the world. Oh yeah, I think yeah, like I said, we're new to this, so I look back at some of this stuff when I was editing this, I was just like, man, and it doesn't look bad on the video. So I mean, it's tough to try to figure out, but so I think these were the only people that we probably saw all day.
There weren't many out, that's for sure.
So at this point in the day, we have pretty much we've been defeated. We've gotten stuck. We've almost flipped over. We can't get up the rock. And we're pretty much just want to get back. We want to kind of end it. So we still have a ride to get back. And right here where we're at this point, we just went up where we came down. That was the part where Amy had to show me where to go. We
Oh, yeah.
actually just went through there. So, um, and then I think we go back through where we had the winch.
Yeah, we went down it.
But we are on our way
We
back
did
to the
okay going
campground
down. It was just getting up.
because it's just to us it was two big defeats, and if you're not feeling it, if this is something that you're just not in the mood to do, it's probably a good thing not to do it. We figured we're going to call it early, um, and go back at it tomorrow. That's all. Just kind of hit the reset button and go from there. But don't ever be afraid to say I'm done for the day.
We did that at Happy McCoy too. Our last day there, we were just done over it. Tired of getting bounced around.
Yeah, because you get beat up, um, but it's good. It's fun. Not going to take anything away from it.
Mm-mm.
So. Right there is where we just
Our
went
spot.
through. That was where we had a winch. So going down, piece of cake. Going the other way, different story. here we are, back at the campground at Ride Royal Blue.
Only quarter after 1. So this is the day we went over. So we went across the street, had lunch, and hung out there for a little while, and
So they have a little stand over here on the left.
a little stage.
Yeah, a little stage
I think
thing.
that's for Trail Fest and 4th of July and holiday stuff.
And they do have dumpsters. They have lodge, little cabins and stuff there
There's
on
a
the right.
laundry room, general store. You can buy gas and propane here.
So we're the only two right there.
Yep.
It did fill up though.
Yeah.
I think towards
Yeah.
the end of
By
the
the
week.
weekend, it was pretty full.
So you got some cabins over here where some of the trailers are, and then you have the store, which is right up here
The brown
on the
building
left.
there.
And then you have gas on the right, propane on the right, obviously a porta potty. So what we found out is the store is not usually open during the week. So this is the entrance. So we're gonna head out, make a right, and
Stinking
then
Creek.
Stinking Creek Road.
So over here they've got a restaurant in the little log building. You've got a shop there. They do trail towing. Like if you have a problem, they'll come get you on the trail. There's a power washing station here. A little bit of everything. Good times.
Thank you for watching.